Hey, welcome back. So we activated all the 3 towers from the west side. We should be able to go in and rescue Byron. Let's go. Back to the megastructure. We have
Byron
one.
always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
It's okay. Everything's okay. We have 1 star left to collect, okay? That's the only thing that's just nagging my mind. Everything else is perfect. Let's go. We have the mayor and his... Who is this? Is this mayor? Yeah.
1K, a word please,
Uh-huh.
without the streaming.
Oh, really?
I'm afraid your choices have put me into a difficult position.
Uh-huh.
Belief in the goal was already waning, but your revelation in the Somnodrome may have given it the final blow.
Then why didn't you stop me from... Because he didn't know what we were gonna say. But we can still ask the question.
Because I wanted you to understand what it means to be in that position. To have everyone looking to you for answers, for guidance. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed.
You
But
asshole.
you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed.
Yeah, I know, I
It
get
was
that.
about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative.
The time has
It was
passed.
about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors.
We can be better.
Temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same.
No, you're perfect. So you admit the goal is a myth.
A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do the right thing.
What you think is the right thing is not.
I can't stop you from trying to save Byron. But what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build.
Your city is not gonna last long, okay? This veneer of like stagnation that you have tried to perpetuate and get people to admire isn't something that's gonna last. Let's just do it right now. Let's tear down the whole farce and then just try to build a better future. The myth of the goal must be preserved to prevent us from repeating the mistakes of our ancestors. I share your fear of the theory of everything, but we can't build the future on a lie. Your myth is strangling our entire species, Herman. You can show your goal where the sun don't shine. Your myth is strangling our entire species. Have you seen how our city has been functioning? The power system is going down. Everyone's getting angsty. There's insurrection on the horizon, okay? You need to move on.
Don't think I haven't considered it. I listened to those Alexandra Drennan recordings over and over. I just don't know if she was right about us. But maybe I did lose my way. Very well. I've done what I could. You do as you must.
Let's do it.
Good luck.
Thank you. You're a good guy, you know that? I'm sorry if that was contradictory. I know he's a good person.
Coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
True protocol.
It's Byron. It's personal. We're doing it. Oh god. It's such a great game. Going to the opposite side. This is very exciting, to be honest. It's almost more exciting than we went into the megastructure for the first time. Because it's the dawn of something greater, you know. And we definitely know what that greater future is. Wow, we're going straight inside. Holy shit. Yaqut being a badass pilot. Oh, you're taking it inside all the way? Alright. The sound mixing is kind of... I can't hear the music or the sound of the veto. Where are we landing? There's a landing zone. Did you map this place out beforehand? Find and release Byron. Did Athena take away Byron once he was detected? Or was it something automated? We should wait for the rest of the team. I shouldn't just rush ahead. You have a speech prepared, Alcatraz? Or I'm taking points. I guess I'm... Oh, wow. They all have backpacks. Oh. Whoa, he has a drone? I've never noticed that. Fucking hell. He has a drone.
Follow my sprite, and
Yep.
we'll show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
Very pragmatic. Let's move with our speed. Oh wait, there's something here. It's probably our exit way.
This way.
Is Prometheus leading us to a trap?
You must free him. He cannot free himself.
Where is he? There he is. He was taken away to this location. Hey, Byron.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something.
Is Byron changed?
Thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention.
This is grief?
I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon?
That's how Pandora.
They act like children and burn the planet.
Pandora.
Secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine.
What's the Sphinx?
Dream-given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing.
Right, let's go.
Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
Come on, Byron. Sprint. You can sprint. There's a sprint button. Come on, dude. What was the Sphinx representing? Riddles. Testing us to the highest degree. The audio is off. Like, supposed to be some.
I cannot allow this.
Byron, you. Jeez. Full Fathom 5. Is Byron going to rescue us? Take us out? No, we're dreaming.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you.
Of course.
And it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Alright. Oh. We're rebooting us. Sleep mode disabled. Who's it going to be? Neith? Is that you? It's Neith.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you.
No, not reset me.
We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yaqut went looking for you, but you were hard to find. And even harder to fix. It's been several weeks.
Is Byron okay?
He's fine, don't worry.
What's the situation in New Jerusalem?
A lot has changed. While you were asleep, the idea of the goal cracked and then broke. People decided they wanted change. They wanted the ideals of Athena, not the founder. A better world of growth and exploration, but without the mistakes of the past. And so they turned to Byron, who never wavered in his beliefs. He's mayor now. The question is, what do you plan to do now?
We had to go back to save Athena. Right.
What about the theory of everything?
That came. We had to embrace the future. We had to shut down the megastructure. We're not ready for it. We had destroyed before it destroys us. I am not sure. We have to embrace the future, right? Come on.
Good.
Yeah, Melville.
I didn't want to push you, but I agree. Like you said, the alternative would mean giving up who I am, and I shouldn't have to do that. Byron's waiting for you outside, by the way.
Thank you for everything.
We're all in this together, 1K. One way or another.
Yep. A new beginning. Help Byron get elected mayor. So one of our choices earlier, probably, I don't know if it'll always be Byron or if it's like a mandatory trophy, because I was checking the trophy list, just taking a glance at it earlier just to see, and it looked like this was the only trophy that I saw. Help Byron get elected mayor. So that is the only thing that is spoiled for me. These were the first companions, I guess. 3, 3, 6, 6. But Cornelius and Eustathius they were formed differently, I think. We have to find Cornelius too. He's also missing.
Hello, 1K.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. He should be so proud of us. Oh my god.
It's still strange when people call me that. You know, it's funny. Asking you to come along on the expedition was an impulse, but it was probably the most momentous decision I made. You changed everything. But the story's not over yet.
He had to save Athena.
We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being. Athena's dreams. A recursive loop of hopes and fears. And my own foolishness. For thinking I had been abandoned. When I had been given a chance to grow up. To stand for my own ideas. Well, luckily this time we shouldn't have any trouble getting another expedition approved. I hear the mayor is a big fan of Athena and is very interested in her theory of everything. In fact, I think he's having a VTOL prepared as we speak. There's just one thing you have to take care of first.
What, which is?
Speak to Melville and Yaqut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end.
Of course. They want to.
I'll take care of the rest.
We haven't been... we have not explored this area, I don't think. What is this? I saw a tarp here. That's New Jerusalem. Man, do you remember the first trip we took with Alcatraz and Byron? Oh, don't. It swooshed me inside. Is that Alcatraz? Who is that guy?
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are
Probably not.
No?
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
Absolutely agree with that.
But just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty.
Technology can't make us happy. That's a pretty evident thing. I mean, it can satisfy some of the baser things that we require, but it won't really make us happy, you know? That has to be something else. Alright, we need to talk to Melville and... Wow, I think the posters changed.
Alright, I'll see you at the VTOL.
Talk to Melville and Yaqut. It's been such a... Believe in humanity. Civilization creates meaning. It's been such a journey. Josephus. Rebuild the world we can all share in abundance.
Things are finally getting better.
Attention all citizens. A scavenging expedition to the western ruins will set out next week. If you'd like to participate, please get in touch with Garrus.
Dawn of a new future. Purple. Oh my god, Purple's here.
Hey dude, nice to see you again. Oh, glad you made it.
What do you think should be done about the megastructure? How do you feel? What do you think? Okay, how do you feel?
Strange things are afoot, dude. Life is gonna change, I can feel it. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see.
Okay. What do you think should be done about the megastructure?
Honestly, dude, I don't have a clue. I don't really understand all this philosophical stuff, but you've had all these awesome, mind-blowing experiences, so you know what? I trust you to make the right choice.
Right. Have a nice day, dude. And it feels I have to get this thought out before I forget. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Athena being a confused human being and the entire megastructure being an expression of her like fears and griefs and hopes. Grief and hopes. That feels really appropriate as a conclusion. Like thinking back, we can see how Byron kind of what's the word? Mythologized or admired Athena, which was almost to a degree where it's a burden for her, you know? And she was just a confused human. It's just the technology was so all-consuming. Her fears and hopes were recreated into test chambers and puzzles and everything else. Prometheus, Athena, Prometheus, Pandora, and Sphinx were just reflections of various feelings she had. Right, Melville.
1K! You're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way. You're welcome.
Nice. I'm going back to the megastructure. Will you come with me?
Of course I will.
Of course.
I think I might want this even more than you do.
Yeah, I know.
I want to explore. I want to build. I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions.
That's so nice to hear.
To live.
Oh my god. And meet me at the Vito. This game has been so good so far. Can we talk to... I think there's an option to talk to everyone, and we probably should. We should go talk to Niamh.
Welcome back, 1K. Thank you for saving Byron. I would have missed that old fool.
How are things in New Jerusalem these days?
Lively. The city seems to be waking up from its lethargy. I hear a lot of people are working on new art too. And I hear someone's figuring out how to make movies again.
Nice. Let's visit... let's go there last. Let's visit Milton's Rest. See if Atal has something to say. See if Atal is there. He may not be. Yes, Helga. There's a founder's statue. You can see some colors there. It's just something's... Listen.
I look at this inert shape and I wonder who you're gonna be. Will you hold the same values as we do? Will you love us for having created you? Will you resent us for having put you into an uncertain and dangerous world? Looking back at our history, our achievements, our crimes, what will you make of us? Will the world you create be like ours or so different that we can't even imagine it? Either way, I hope that you'll find this little blue planet to be as beautiful as we did. I hope you'll take care of it a lot better than we did. And I hope one day you'll look up and reach for the stars.
Nice. Jefferson.
You know, I've been coming to this memorial day after day, thinking about Alexandra Drennan and her values. And you know what I finally realized? Alexandra Drennan is dead. She's gone. She can't help us now. It's not her burden anymore. No, it's Byron who embodies those values now. Byron and you. So I want you to know that you have my full support. I only wish I'd spent less time thinking about the past and more time actually doing something for the future.
I don't know if we've talked to this individual before, but nice talking to you. There was something else. There was a place called the Tablets of the Founder, where Thecla used to be. Thecla was a fanatic. I want to see what she's been up to. I want to meet Dosikles. Dosikles will be happy. knowing that he'll have a potential romantic partner soon.
You've destroyed everything, 1K. I thought the Founder had chosen you, but you're the harbinger of our doom. I can only pray that you fail.
Because some people won't change. You heard everything, right? You've seen what became of Athena, right?
Hey!
Sir, no. Back at the beginning. He met Niamh.
Good luck.
Talked to Helga. Niamh is here, right? Where was Helga though? Where is Cornelius? Did Cornelius finally find Athena? Schuyler.
I'm glad to see you made it, 1K.
How have you been? I don't really remember this guy though. Was he the gardener?
You told me to listen to Cornelius, so I thought long and hard about what I'm invested in. And I realized that what I care about isn't just making prefab walls, but helping people build homes. Places where they'll live, where they'll be happy. That's what I need to be doing. Luckily, Mayor Byron has announced that the city will be expanding again, so I can finally do that.
Nice.
Best of luck, 1K.
Let's go to talk to Rand. I think Rand should be here. Where is Rand? Oh, he might be in the council. So he might not be here. He might be in the council. Near the Vito. Oh, who's that? Shimler. I don't want to solve those tetronymy puzzles. I'm not sure if they are missable. They could very well be missable. I'll come back for you later after I've talked to Belmarsh and Dosikles, I think. Oh, how beautiful. How did Prometheus just appear when the goal was completed? Could the machine have recognized it somehow? Detected that it has occurred? Because around this area we met Purple and Dosikles and Belmarsh. Yeah, it's those structures there. You can see Dosikles.
Thank you for supporting Byron, 1K. He understands what this is really about. Not technology or science, but love. Love of humanity, yes, but within that, space for individual love to flourish. When you find Athena, please remember that.
Yeah, I will. Belmarsh might be more critical of our ventures so far. He has been vocal when we made some choices.
Founder bless you, friend.
What do you think about our future? You still believe in the Founder?
I believe the narrative of the Founder will always be with us in one form or another. I do not particularly care how it relates to Athena.
Okay. What do you think about our future?
Byron is a dangerous man. His belief in an objective, knowable reality, his fanatical dedication to this teleological narrative of human progress. These ideas should not have been allowed to dominate our government.
I see. He's probably an extreme version of a solipsist, I think. Yeah. Let's move on. I don't know if we can scale this wall. We can't, it's too high. Let's stop the Yaqut and get out of here. It's just been 30 minutes, but I don't know. Once we reach the megastructure, I think we'll take a look around and... Hey. We'll take a look around and...
See you, 1K.
Yeah, hi. We'll take a look around and probably stop the episode there.
1K, you're back.
How's the situation?
Listen, people responded to what you saw in the Somno drone. I've seen 3 random acts of kindness just this morning.
That's good to hear. And otherwise?
I think people are happy with the change of leadership that happened while you were sleeping. But they're nervous about what you're going to do next.
Yeah, free Athena. And Cornelius. Don't forget about Cornelius. Come on, dude.
Chancey was looking for you, by the way.
Oh, wow. Chancey? I need to talk to Chancey. I think Chancey was the gardener guy. There he is. And Damien should be around.
A lot's changed since you last walked the gardens, 1K.
City's growing, the plants are growing, I'm growing. City's growing.
Exactly. Would you like to know a secret?
Of course.
A long time ago, Doge may have mentioned a mysterious 5th friend of hers. I am that friend.
Yeah.
You've demonstrated how much you want to share your compassion with the world. Well, welcome to the team. In case you ever need it, the code phrase is Moral Compiler Disco. You're not alone, 1K. Whatever you decide to do next.
Alright. I don't know where it's gonna lead. A mysterious 5th friend. Yeah, these other individuals might be part of that secret society. Everyone is in some sense, I guess. Yeah, good.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neith couldn't fix you.
I'm going back to the megastructure. Will you come with me?
Yes. I thought about it a lot, but we need the theory of everything. We can't keep hiding from the future. We have to have a little faith, not in technology, but in people, in ourselves.
Let's see you at the Vitor. I hope to...
I'll get ready.
Yeah. I hope to also see Miranda return in some form. It'd be so awesome to meet her. It'd be so awesome to meet Athena.
Good luck, okay.
Hey, good luck. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna return to this place after the game finishes. I hope we do. Because I feel like there's some Easter eggs and trophies we can collect from this area. Maybe pet some more cats. Let's skip the ride. Sheesh. There are people living outside. And I think Doge's name is pronounced Doge. That's the first time I've heard someone speak. Damien, you're here.
Welcome back, 1K. Glad to see you're doing better.
How's Byron handling his new position? What do you think about theory of everything? Are you working for Byron now? What happened to your strike?
Well, it's hard to believe, but we won.
Yeah.
Turns out that does happen.
Are you working for Byron now?
I'm still doing the same job I did before, but Byron's removed some of the layers of bureaucracy, so we communicate more directly now, and we have more choices in how we deal with problems.
Yeah, but that bureaucracy has to be re-established once the population grows, you know, because there's no way we can all have direct communication once we are in the trillions. How's Byron handling his new position?
Surprisingly calmly. He knows what he's doing, and he's going to get the job done. He did have to kick out a few people, but he was a lot nicer about it than I would have been.
Okay. What do you think about the theory of everything? I think Jeremy is gone, if that's the case. They're all good people in their own way, you know. What do you think about the theory of everything?
I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it. And that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is going to start happening when you give this power to the people. When every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it.
That's scary, dude. You do realize that, right? One person with a misguided ideology can just destroy the whole world. Atal.
1K. It's a pleasure to see you back on your feet. Everyone was quite worried about you. And let me just say that it means a lot to me that you've stuck by your principles, despite all the pressure.
How's Patricia?
She's well, thank you. I hope that with the theory of everything, we'll be able to extend her life. She deserves immortality no less than we do.
See, these are the real problems that are going to come up once we have the theory of everything. I guess the next Talos principle can really dig down and explore immortality and the morality in doing such things. That is a meaty topic to take up. How are you?
I feel hope, 1K. Real, proper hope. We can transform the world. We can lessen suffering. It's going to happen, thanks to you.
Good voice acting. How's the situation in the city?
We've finally started fixing stuff again. Byron has given people a sense of purpose and dignity. Not everyone is happy, but if you return with Athena and the theory of everything, I think this is going to be a golden age.
Okay.
Good luck, my friend.
Everyone's ready to go. Alcatraz is not in. It's Byron, Melville, Yaqut, and me. Byron isn't
here. I wish Al could come too, but he believes what he believes. Yaqut, please take us up.
Aye, aye, Mr. Mayor, sir.
You're trying to
do that.
Of course, Mr. Mayor, sir. I won't.
I'm switching to sleep mode.
Like, Elohim. One last talk with Elohim. I feel like
I have only one thing to ask of you, my child. When at last you find yourself before Athena, be gentle to my old friend. The weight of the world was placed on her shoulders, and if she failed to carry it, it was because no one can carry such a burden alone.
she Atlas is a reference to Athena for sure. She has been carrying a lot of burden. And I don't know why Alcatraz isn't here. He should be like, we're trying to rescue Athena. We're not trying to like.
Right, 1K, you're in charge now.
As far as I'm concerned, theory of everything is.
Floor. Make sure we didn't miss anything out there. Go ahead. When you're ready, let us know, and we'll head into the megastructure.
Really, we have to get. I feel like we should go do the golden puzzles. And the stars. Okay, let's do an experiment. Okay, let's go to West 2, where we have missed a star. And let's see if we can do the optional puzzle there, because Melville mentioned that we can unlock the puzzle only after solve remaining puzzles optional.
Puzzles per cluster than necessary to gain access to the tower. I wonder what happens if you solve all of them.
Can be a second ending. I don't know if we should, like, okay, we can talk to everyone. That's interesting. Before that, let's check PDA. City news. Axiotian. In addition to the previously announced new scouting and scavenging expeditions and the reactivation of the abandoned mining and factory projects, Mayor Byron has asked citizens to submit ideas for other possible undertakings, which are to be discussed at the next public assembly after Mayor Byron returns from the megastructure. Places of longing, New Jerusalem. Atal Walk. Okay. I yearn for a city that does not yet exist. It's a wealthy city, abundant, prosperous, full of life and energy, but its prosperity is not like that of the cities of the old, a thin gilded layer or a cesspool of misery. No, its riches are deep, they permeate its every street, they fill it with depth and texture. It's a city of delights, of secrets, of surprises, always growing, always changing it. It's every citizen partaking of its joys as well as its tragedies. I don't think that this is the last city, the one where our journey will end. I think it is the first. It's so, like, I know that for androids it may be feasible, but just imagine that this is not sustainable with our current society, you know. So much has to change. Like, people will form social groups and certain ideologies will grow, and it will have probably drastic and, like, bad effects. I had to find the right word, but it will probably start influencing the city in a bad way, and there'll be separatist groups. That's going to happen. I don't know if because they are androids and they have a cleaner psyche, they'll be able to overcome that inherent pull towards separating ourselves into groups. And I don't know, there's so much shit that their brains are not perceiving. The tower, new poem. Image. There's a tower waiting for me. I see it on the horizon, and every day it grows closer. It has been a companion on my journey, but I fear the day I'll reach it. For I have loved this road and the fields and the hills it has shown me. But the tower waits, and I can only hope that from its heights I will see other roads and other towers and dreams of journeys yet to come. Thank you, Amish. I find your words deeply moving here. The thing is, if you achieved everything, you've lost your lust for adventure. Like, you need to have some goal always to pursue. Otherwise, your life will stagnate and you'll feel numb in a way. You know? There should always be mystery and curiosity pulling you forward. Beautiful work. This poem makes me feel happy. This poem makes me feel strangely sad. I find this poem moving, but I don't know why. I don't really get poetry. It doesn't make me feel happy. It makes me... It is moving, but it's a prospect of a never-ending journey, and maybe the infeasibility of such an eternal journey. Like, we don't really know if that is really possible, you know. Even if we attain immortality, how long are we gonna, like, keep pursuing? How long will there be things to pursue? I know that Adina addressed this earlier by ruminating on the question of, like, how things happen. How is the first question we try to answer, and once we have spent enough time trying to answer it, we would have understood everything about the physical world around us, right? And once that's complete, we start asking why. But why is a question that, from my understanding right now, we can't really answer why fully. There will always be a smaller why or a bigger why inside every answer we find. And at some point, we just have to accept that things are the way they are, and there's nothing to be done or understood more than that. At least in this fabric of our reality and the way I can think about things, that's the only thing I can come up with, the only realization I can come up with. But Athena's second or like third point or the third step in that journey that Athena mentioned was that after you lay out the house, you start building on top of it. You know, if you are resourceful enough, you can keep building and transforming and finding your own meaning and making the world beautiful, whatever beauty means. So, how long can that last? The tower is achieving that realization about the world, or even building something, achieving your goals, or transforming the world in a way that you want. That may be the tower. But once you're on top of the tower, you still need more roads, because that journey of discovery is what keeps us going. Once you're on top of the tower, there's nothing else to do, right? So how long can we keep building things? How long can we ask the question why? And sometimes even ask the question how, and sometimes even why. Yeah. So that those are my full thoughts. So I would say it's moving, and it's a very complicated answer as to why it is moving me. To be honest, I feel the same way. But then that's the point. If it could be expressed as an essay, it would be an essay, not a poem. I don't get it, and I sort of wish I did, but poetry always leaves me confused. That's pretty common, Pellegrino. And nothing to be ashamed of. We are often taught to treat poetry like a secret message which only some people can decipher. But poetry is really a kind of music. It's not an intellectual pursuit, not something to be analyzed and dissected. It needs to be felt, to be spoken, to be sung. If you find the melody in the words, you will understand it. Beautiful. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, Ustino on optimism. Damien, I think pessimism is completely out of it. I think that's a romantic intelligence. I don't think anyone can afford to be pessimistic anymore. I mean, there's so much that can go wrong. Optimism is the only thing possible anymore. Because, okay, I always thought that an optimist was a person who knew exactly how sad a place the world could be, and a pessimist is a man who finds out anew every morning. Huh. That's the real difference. No, I'm obviously optimistic because you simply have to be. It's an obligation to be optimistic. Peter Ustinov, co-star of the Talos Principle. I don't think there's a movie called the Talos Principle. This whole Talos Principle thing has been made up. Straton of Stygeria is a made-up character. To me, this sounds exactly like what Alexandra Drennan would has. That's why I ultimately decided to support Byron. I think he understands how the world is, but also remains optimistic. Okay, Byron is not blindly optimistic. It's just that's the only thing we can hope for. I don't think he ever conveys it in that fashion. Maybe that's the true inner belief. He will be disappointed. People always disappoint you in the end. You misunderstood the entire point of the question. Obvious. The disappointment is already baked into the concept of optimism. Optimism is knowing people like you exist, but having hope anyway. Ouch. True though. That's a burn. So optimism is knowing that the world is shit, but that we have to, look at it in a different way. Pessimism is just waking up every day and understanding anew that the world is shit. I don't know. Let's talk to Melville.
Yes?
What do you think about the situation in New Jerusalem? So everything that surrounds us is a dream printed into reality. What did you do while I was being repaired? Okay, what do you think about the situation in New Jerusalem?
Now that Byron's in charge, I feel less stuck. The city is coming back to life, and I can do things that matter. Feels good.
Right. So everything that surrounds us is a dream printed into reality. How do you feel about that?
Well, that explains the discrepancies between all those schematics you found and the actual megastructure. It's all been transformed by Athena's dream. No wonder it was driving me potty. Driving me potty? What kind of bizarre idiot came up with that expression? I'm serious. The moment we're done with this, I'm going to sit down and update the language libraries. And I'm going to put in every swear word in every language ever invented.
Okay. She doesn't have access to many swear words. She's frustrated. What did you do while I was being repaired?
After Byron woke up, he enlisted me for his campaign. He said I was the only one who could really explain just how broken New Jerusalem really is. I think this might have been the first time people actually really listened to me.
Alright. Okay. So get back to work. Yeah, cool.
Hey, 1K, how are you?
What's up with those puzzles of the golden gates? Awesome. We can ask you about the golden gates. How are you feeling?
There's still some part of me that's afraid that things will go wrong. I don't know if I can ever really shake that, but I do feel hopeful. I think things are finally going to get better.
What's up with those puzzles of the golden gates?
I'm not sure. There seems to be one per site. Maybe they open up when you complete the rest of them? I've only had a brief look at them with the drone, and they look complicated.
Jesus.
But maybe that's just me.
That's not you.
Know how I am with puzzles.
Yeah, complicated, dude.
What's up, 1K?
What's it like to be mayor? What are your priorities as mayor? Do you think things might still go wrong? Will your friendship with Alcatraz be okay? I want Alcatraz here, dude. Maybe Alcatraz will come and rescue us sometime. Maybe, you know? What's it like to be mayor?
It feels surprisingly good. I spent so many years just talking about change, but I never really tried to actually put myself in a position where I could make a difference. Noble failure is overrated, if you ask me. Better to actually win.
And I think earlier he mentioned, I think it was in a memory or a manifestation of the past, I should say, from the trophy name, that he was arguing with Cornelius, or he was talking with Cornelius, saying that he's not a leader. He wants Athena or Cornelius back. You know, he's no born leader. That's what Byron said. And Cornelius said, do you think we are? And like, we are also just normal people. Right now, Byron's the mayor. Do you think things might still go wrong?
Of course. Faith in humanity doesn't have to be blind faith, 1K. The future isn't going to be a utopia, but it will be better. And not just a little bit.
Okay. What are your priorities as mayor?
What matters most is just to get people active again. Building, exploring, imagining. Giving each of them a chance to contribute, but also to grow as individuals. Some philosophers have claimed that you can either maximize freedom or security. I've always thought that was a failure of imagination. Or perhaps courage. In fact, the two are intertwined, and we have to maximize both.
Okay, freedom and security to be maximized. Will your friendship with Alcatraz be okay?
In the long run, I think we'll be fine. He can't imagine the world we're trying to build. But when he sees it with his own eyes, I think he'll come around.
Okay. So I think there are a couple of things that I wanna try. I wanna try the golden puzzles. I want to try the star puzzles or whatever unlocks once we do once we get all the stars. But before we get open the star puzzle, we need to get the final star, which is in W2. So I think next episode, that's where we'll be heading. We'll head to W2, see how complicated that golden puzzle is, see if we can solve it. Maybe we'll bunch together like 3 or 4 golden puzzles as an episode if I can solve them. I'm honestly really scared about them because it can get really nasty, and unless like my brain feels good, which it doesn't have to, it can be really hard to... Whoa, there's a structure here. I didn't realize that. I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I think so next episode we'll try to solve the golden puzzles and see how it goes, see if we can even achieve it. But for this episode, I think we'll stop it here. We have rescued Byron. We have taken an intermission in New Jerusalem, talked to everyone, and we are back here to rescue Athena as well as to retrieve the technology here, which contains the theory of everything. So yeah, we'll do that next time.